Hey, so we are in Colmenar Viejo. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but those are the four towers of Paseo de Castellana of Madrid. And we're gonna go. Well, I am gonna go home, and you're gonna accompany me because you're watching this video, and that's what we're doing. Look, I'm not a fan of electric vehicles in their current iteration and current infrastructure. That's not to say that I hate electric vehicles. What I don't like is the imposition of changing to electric vehicles because of that or because of that. If you make it a natural transition, well then, okay, just let people choose and make a good option for them to choose from, and people will choose it. Not everybody, but slowly people will adopt the idea. If you shove it down their throats, they're gonna, well, not like it. But this is not about electric vehicles. This is about mostly self-driving vehicles. And why I think these are actually a good idea for some. Look, I enjoy riding my bike. I like driving a car. I even drove rally cars in competition. So I'm not a fan of some device driving for me. But I also have to admit there are people that require it, would benefit from it, or simply would enjoy it, because there are people on this planet, believe it or not, that don't like to drive, but they have to. There are people that drive and they're not able to, or they don't have the ability, the skill. It's not their fault, it's just the way it is. And then there are people that like to drive, are able to, but don't want to, because it's a personal choice. Each of them is a valid example of why I prefer self-driving cars. And there's another factor. Even if you like it, even if you are very good at it, and if you enjoy it, and it's one of your best pleasures in life, I can tell you something that you won't like. Ego is really screwing the traffic and statistics a lot. Statistics of road safety. You see, a self-driving car doesn't have ego. You put a cone in front of it, it's gonna stop. It's not gonna get angry. It's not gonna try to, I don't know, beat you up because you put a cone in front of it. It's not gonna do any of these. It's just gonna stop. Whereas you, as a hot-headed person, you might get angry. You might try to run over the cone. You might try to run over the person putting the cone in front of you, and all that good stuff. Well, that doesn't really help us drivers in any way. Self-driving cars are really a good idea for, well, road safety, unfortunately. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not really happy to make this video and say all this, because I don't like the idea. I personally wouldn't want a car that drives itself. I wouldn't want a bike that drives itself. I wouldn't want anything that drives itself. But I do have to admit that there are some advantages to it, and, well, eventually is gonna prove to be safer than letting hotheads drive their vehicles and create situations that could be avoided where logical computers would be in control. But that being said, logical computers cannot make decisions that are based on other factors. For example, a computer does not really care that they could run over a kid or an old person or whatever. They just choose the most logical part of that decision. which logic doesn't really, well, isn't the best choice in many situations. I'm not going to give you the answer I think of because I'm not here to debate that, but just giving my idea on the self-driving principle of it all. Anyway, that's all I need to say about this because I think it's a pretty controversial topic and I don't want to create debates on this topic. It's just my personal opinion. We'll see what's gonna happen in the future, but yeah, stuff like this makes me think because I really drive and ride a lot. And well, that's it. That's all I got for today. See you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and all the good stuff. Ring the bell if you want to be notified. And take care.